Can the Spirit of God lead you to go somewhere or do something out of your comfort zone? I've been asking myself this question since having a conversation with a friend who described vulnerability as openness to follow the Spirit. In other words, he said, say what the Spirit says speak, go where the Spirit says go, and do what the Spirit says do. Okay, I get it. But what if the Spirit leads me towards something uncomfortable? I mean, what happens if I'm guided to encourage a person I don't know? Do something that requires more of me than I think I have, or go to a place that's unfamiliar. Following the Spirit's lead can feel scary, dangerous, and sometimes like a setup for embarrassment, but the challenge is to rely on the same Spirit to comfort us. Jesus knows what this is like. He allowed the Spirit to lead him into a barren and lonely wilderness where he didn't eat anything for 40 days. After fasting, as you can imagine, he's starving. And when the devil sees him in a vulnerable state, it takes the opportunity to tempt Jesus to find safety first in himself, then in the devil, and lastly, by forcing it from God by jumping off a building. But Jesus doesn't bite the bait. He doesn't need to rely on himself, the enemy, or absurd tactics to be cared for. He knows God cares for him. So instead, Jesus declares his reliance on God as his protector, and it gives him peace. If Jesus was asked if the Spirit of God can lead him to go somewhere or do something out of his comfort zone, he would say yes. If asked why, I think he'd say he's learned to trust that God has his heart's best interests in mind. Do you believe it's the same for us? Let's follow the Spirit's leading and see for ourselves that it is.